Hello, everyone. Welcome to NASCAR Sprint Cup Series GarageCam live from Kansas Speedway. As we get ready for the SpongeBob SquarePants 400, Mr. Matthew Dillner's off this weekend, but I'll be your host, Nick D. Take a look at the 95 car. We got Larry the Lobster from SpongeBob on the car. And guess who else we have? A guest host today on GarageCam. Chris Rice is here.
Hello, everyone. I'm going to kick him away for a little while. We're going to roll through the garage and give you a different view. Matthew Dillner, sorry you're not here. I hope you're watching this. But, hey, some news come out of the garage this week, or today, actually, out of this team's shop. They had a fire at their shop in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's pretty close to the racetrack right back there where Kawicki used to be. They had a fire in the back half of it. I talked to Wally Rogers. Some show cars and some backup cars had some damage, none of their primary cars, so they're still waiting to get word on what happened at that shop. But Michael McDowell's team, thankfully they were running the SpongeBob SquarePants scheme this weekend, but they had a little bit of drama at their shop today. Hopefully everybody's safe and everything is okay. So
I hope so too. Let's take a look in the chat here, Chris. The first person, Richard Perez, I think.
Hey, Richard, how are you?
So, and we're going to move along.
Hey,
see who we got alongside the 95 here.
One thing, Jeb Burton from my hometown, South Boston, Virginia. Been driving this 26, had some up and downs, had made some races. They've swapped to Triad Motors, I think a couple of weeks ago. I think has really helped this team. And his mom, which is very close to our family, the Rice family, he's wishing her to get well soon. She has breast cancer, and you see all the ribbons on there. We know cancer is a very unwanted thing for anybody, but Tabitha, we wish you well and get well soon. Jeb Burton, it'll all turn around soon, bud.
Right next to him, the 62 car, Brendan Gaughan.
Oh, my man, Brendan.
Don't want to miss Brendan, Chris.
I bought a tire for him because I went to the casino at the South Point, and I think I bought this tire, this left rear tire, because I lost some money. But Brendan Gaughan, he's doing this so he can get ready and have more laps on the racetrack for that weekend. This is a Jay Robinson car. These guys been in this Cup side for about 3 years now, going on 3 years, and he's trying to get some experience. But, you know, it's a big – we can really walk over to somebody big in that.
Oh, yeah.
The 55 car. Aaron's Dream Machine.
We'll roll by the 32 as we squeak through the garage here. Joey Gaze.
I ain't squeaking through nowhere as fat as I am.
Speaking of the 55, we have Mike Abe in the chat. He says, can I please see the 55 of David Reagan? And thanks again. You are the man. Well, Matt, the man, is not here, but we have Chris Rice. He's the man, our NASCAR.com analyst, and there's the 55 car.
I like the yellow on it, but David Reagan, driver change over the top of the door. First week in it. First week in this car. David's done a really good job for Gibbs. Oh, my gosh, he has SpongeBob all plastered over the hood here.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to show you a little SpongeBob. I thought he lived under the water in the seat.
He does. Well, he's in the right place because there's been a lot of water in Kansas so far.
It has been a lot of water, but you know, we talk about driver changes a lot, and what is so hard to explain is this crew chief has to get with David Reagan and figure out what he's got going on, understand what his lingo is, and when he's loose, when he's tight, how to fix it. But you know, one thing about David Reagan, he's run with Gibbs this year, so he's been in the Toyota camp. And that's been very good. It's going to help Michael Waltrip get better for their two teams.
Is it going to be an easy transition for him then?
It'll be an easy transition just because he knows the Toyota style and what they got going on. And David Reagan is an easy person to work with. You know, we definitely miss Brian Vickers and wish him well and hope he gets back soon. But David Reagan will do a good job in this car. And he has a chance to get into the chase because of where he's at in points. He brings his points over from the 18.
Take a look in the chat. You got a shout out here, Chris. David Homa. Hey, Chris, you're great on the NASCAR preview show. Love your picks. Please show the 2-car Brad. We'll get to the 2-car.
We're going to get to the 2-car, but thanks for the picks. I put a lot of time and effort into it just to beat Marty. But Sam Hornish, she's been doing a good job this year. I think getting back into this rhythm of racing every week, they're going to get better and better. As you can see, Bono. Let's talk to Bono. I know Bono, so I don't know exactly what he's got going on here, but let's talk to him. Bono, how are you, bud? Where's your modified?
Where is it? Kenny Wallace's shop.
Kenny Wallace always tweets that you're working on your modified, so tell me what's going on here. I see you in some new colors.
Yep, got a new job. Excited. Richard Petty Motorsports, Sam Horner. So first day on a job, really, so not a lot of time to prep this week, but looking forward to getting started and making a change.
Well, Bono has been at Tommy Baldwin Racing for a while now. Tommy Baldwin, yourself, a good friend, modified racing. I'm sure y'all still are. But come over here to try to help Sam Horner spark up get it going again, and we look forward to seeing you do that.
What are you doing?
Working on my second career. I'm TV with NASCAR.com. Sell it live on NASCAR.com. Tell everybody hello.
Hello.
He's man of few words, but he is the owner of Ryan Newman's Modified when they go to New Hampshire and just wear everybody out. But congratulations. Look forward to seeing you Victory Lane.
Thank you.
Bono.
So as he looks to get the 9 car back on track, we look at the 6 car, Trevor Bain, next door. The Advocare Ford.
This guy right here used to work for me. He left this year and went away. He's cup racing now, so about his 4th week on the job. We call him Rabbit. But we see, Trevor Bain's been getting a lot of slashing this week over what happened at Talladega. Everybody was saying, where was Trevor Bain going? He was all over the racetrack. I'm going to tell you, when you're racing them races and the air's moving around a lot, you can get spun out in a hurry. We look at a 19 car at the end of the race, and he actually got spun out.
Yep. Quinn USA says, please show Smoke's car and tell him I'm rooting for him this weekend as well. Thank you, guys.
Smoke is right here. I'm telling you, TV probably doesn't do it justice, but the black on the neon orange is always beautiful.
It's awesome, yeah.
Smoke's working on getting better. He's got 2 cars that are really running good. Him and Danica are working really hard to get better, but SHR is somebody to talk about every weekend, week in and week out.
Then right next door, Cole Witt. He had a good run at Talladega. He was right up there near the end. I forget where his final spot was, but
Cole Witt, as you can see on the quarter panels, they're going to show you on the quarter panels, it's no sponsor on this quarter panels. And when you see no sponsor on the side of these quarter panels, it is very tough to race with the guys that have big dollar sponsors. And let me tell you something, Cole Witt, Randy, and them guys are doing a great job of just contending every week, running good, finishing races, just staying out of trouble. Cole Witt's always been good, but I see one of my little buddies over here I want to hit. We can talk to David Reagan. He's got a SpongeBob SquarePants suit on. He's all over the motor stuff. I'm going to talk to him about running South Boston. Y'all know that. Hey, you got a second?
Yeah.
What's going on? Hey, you got SpongeBob on your car. Do you feel like SpongeBob by all the changes you've made this year?
Yeah, I'm just absorbing whatever I can in the garage. Yeah, glad to have SpongeBob on our Toyota Camry this weekend. That makes it a little more fun and makes the uniform and the suits and the paint scheme a little more colorful. But it's it's going to be a fun weekend here in Kansas, and the weather's kind of cooperating with us today, and we're ready to hit the track.
Well, I apologize because Marty Snyder and myself do the preview show every week, and I picked you last week at Talladega, and I put you in that wreck. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you jinxed us. If nobody would have picked us, I think we would have been all right. But, it's just you got to take the good with the bad at Talladega. I've had some good days there, and I've had some bad days, but you move on.
That's right. Well, I talked about how the transition is going to be pretty easy. I was in the Toyota camp a while, and I was talking about how Toyota does a lot of things different, and you just said it. You know your Toyota Camry. Is it going to be easy coming to Michael Waltrip Racing? Can you take anything from Joe Gibbs and bring it over here?
I can certainly take the experience that I've had the last 7 or 8 races, and we've got to run a couple of mile-and-a-half tracks, and, kind of the strengths and the weakness that we've had this year, and maybe kind of get a good read on how the MWR cars are. And these Sprint Cup teams are always working on their race cars to try to make them better each and every week and try to improve their aero package and motors and, their mechanical parts and pieces. So they're always trying to get better. And, hopefully I can bring a few things to the table and try to help these guys get up to speed. But at the end of the day, we just need to have a good, clean weekend here and try to get some of these points that we've given up the last few weeks.
Well, you still can get in the chase. Good luck. Everybody's rooting for you. Go get in that chase and show them what you can do. Thank you. Hey, Alex Bowman's over here. I got to hit him 5
gotta
seconds.
get on Bowman.
He likes talking a lot, so. Hey, I want y'all to ask him. Hey, I want to ask you, as a driver, who was your crew chief the last time you got a pole?
That'd be you. That'd be Chris Rice. You can't ask me questions that you know the answer to, though. That's cheating.
TV don't know the answers, man. You gotta tell TV. Okay. What's wrong? Your hair looks good, dude. What's going on?
It's a new week for us. We got Tommy on top of the box for the first time this year. Looking forward to it. We've had a good year so far. We've had our ups and downs, but we're in front of all the guys that we should be beating in points, except for 2 of them. So we just got to get those next 2 and just keep digging for Excel Construction and everybody at TBR.
Well, I want y'all to look at something. He's a worker, and I have a video of it, but look at his finger. I'm sure he smashed it on trying to low ride something, but see, I knew it. But crazy fast at these 1.5 miles. He's really good at Chicago, really good here, just crazy fast. Hey, if you was a character in SpongeBob SquarePants, we'll show everybody, what would you be? I know what you'd be, but what would you be?
I don't know. I feel like SpongeBob got the cute girl, so I'd probably be SpongeBob if I could be. Who do you think I would be?
Oh, you definitely would be Squidward.
Why would I be Squidward?
Listen to you talk. Wah, 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 wah. All right, we got to go. Good luck this weekend and the rest of the year. That was good. I had to tell him.
Nice. Appreciate Bowman stopping by. We'll move along. We got about 19 minutes left in the garage cam. The 34, Brett Moffitt back in the Dockside Logistics Ford Fusion. We know the whole silly season hit early this year, so he'll be back in the 34. And then there is Alex Bowman's Excel Construction Incorporated, number 7, from Claremore, Oklahoma. We're not far from Oklahoma.
I've held you up, so if you want to speed through here, we can try
You're
to get
fine.
to the other side.
That's what I'm thinking here, Chris. We're almost halfway. We'll roll through here. The 83 Burger King car.
Now, they put these cars in here in points, and I'm sure Matthew Dillner has talked about that.
He does.
So I want you to look at some of the teams that are in front of Smoke and some of the teams that are in front of other people, but they put these teams in front of and
there's Plankton on the 33 car. Ty Dillon making a Cub start. Is Cheerios on that? It's Joe. It's just Plankton. Bass Pro, look at that. He's got his own car here. And then right next door, J.J. Yaley, Dr. Pepper, 23.
Whoa, cameraman almost lost it.
Cameraman almost goes down. Trouble.
Sorry, guys. Michael Annette here in the 46. This is a teammate to Justin Allgaier out at Harry Scott's shop. Justin Allgaier made the trot over from Tommy Baldwin Racing to
It's a new paint scheme this week.
Harry Scott. I was looking on the NASCAR.com. He's got a lot of paint schemes this year.
Yeah, and then Josh Wise right next door to him.
Josh Wise in the Phil Parsons Ford.
We got to put our walking shoes on, Chris.
Walking shoes. I seen Jeff Burton going in the restroom, but
yeah,
I was going to talk to him, let him get a shout-out to his mom. So y'all look at me. I know wherever the camera may be, I don't know where
Behind
it's at.
you.
But hey, check me out. I got to go back and do truck stuff here in just a little while. We got truck racing going on. Daniel Hemrick was second in our NTS Chevrolet.
I saw that. He jumped up there yesterday.
Scott Lagacy's into 31. Cameraman changed his angle. I like this. So we got some truck racing going on tonight. If you're in town or you're watching it, watch the truck racing. I'm telling you, it's good racing. It's fun to watch. It's shorter. Pit stops. Got a lot of side drafting going on, a lot of drafting. The Ford truck is really fast, but you know what? It's going to be fun to watch. You never know who can win. Ryan Newman's in this race in the 8 truck.
I saw that late ad, right? Or
well, I think he was always playing. They just changed it up for him.
changed entry list late.
Yep. So I was talking about Justin Allgaier a minute ago. That's the first car we're going to get to. Justin and this group are doing a really good job this year. Showing up at the end of the races, being in the top 10, that's really hard to do. You know, that's something that we take for granted when you're running top 10 in the Cup side. This is a tough series, man, just to come over here and contend. He's got the FOE paint job, paternal orders of Eagles.com. Looks good. My old tire guy.
I think we had a request. We did for the 38 car. Trent Lohan says, could I see the 38 MDS Transport front row car of Gilly? Thanks, guys. So there is the 38. Right next door to him. So take a look at it. Chris is on a scouting mission. He's looking for another driver. Right, and then the 3-car of Austin Dillon will be back on the track in the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. And we're going to walk over. I think Chris Rice might have Trevor Bain. I hope he's ready.
I'm ready. Bring him on. Come on. Here comes the camera. I told him, I said, hey, you want to talk on NASCAR.com? Because I was just talking about you. But I was talking about some of the social media grief you're getting, and I was explaining how hard it is to drive these things when air gets you pulled around. Somebody don't even have to touch you. Explain what happened kind of at Talladega real quick.
Yeah, Talladega was a tough one for me. Obviously you don't want to put yourself in bad situations when you're speedway racing, and sometimes you don't really have much control over it. I wish I could have hung on to that thing. I can promise I was doing everything in my power, off the gas, turning to the right, trying to steer it. But when a car comes by the outside, it gets you a little loose, and then it was the perfect storm with Kurt sliding up, getting tight underneath me. The air is probably what made him tight. He got tight, slid up, and just took enough air off, packed it under our left rear corner, and it turned us. But, that happens in racing. I hate when it happens. Obviously, I felt like we had a really fast Advocare Ford at Talladega, and we had a shot to maybe even win a race. But, I promise you, I'm doing all I can do to hold on to them when they're doing that.
What I like about it, you're still smiling. I think you're doing a good job. I mean, this is tough. We talk about how tough it is over here. I always talk about the fence. When we come from Xfinity Garage to over here, how much harder is it than you thought it was going to be?
Well, I expected it to be tough. Definitely, you know what you're going into when you come to the Cup Series. The difference is the top 15 cars are very tough in the Xfinity Garage here. The top 30 cars are very tough. So, to be competitive here, you really got to be on your game every weekend and take advantage of it when you do have a good car. I feel like there were a couple races where we had things happen that were in our control, and sometimes it wasn't. But either way, you got to keep working to get fast race cars. That makes life easier. And, we're doing that here to get our 6 up front. Got to qualify better. That's the thing I think we've struggled the most with on the Cup side this season. We've qualified not that great, and leaders are coming fast, and you go a lap down early. So we got to really work on that. If we can start up front, track position is really important.
Well, let's do something fun. This is the SpongeBob characters here. If you thought you were one of them, which one would you pick that would be you?
Oh man, well, I don't. Most people probably say SpongeBob because everybody in this garage probably feels like they're the star of the show. But I don't really know. I'm not going with these guys. They look pretty upset. He looks upset. Not Gary. He's probably pretty slow here. We'll just go with Patrick.
I was thinking the same thing. Patrick, maybe a little bit bigger than you, but hey, good luck in the rest of the year and keep up the good work.
All right, thank you, sir.
I stole the water from him too.
Nice. All right, back down the row. It's about 10:47.
I got to go,
Just
so
so
I'm
you
going
know.
to tell everybody bye.
You got a bell?
I got a
All
bell
right.
on you.
Go get that truck ready.
Hey, he's going to finish you out, close you out, NASCAR.com. Come back every week for the GarageCam. I really enjoy watching it. I'll see you later, guys.
All right, thanks, Chris Rice, for joining us on GarageCam. Jessica Goggins, you were in the chat, and you said, Trevor, what character would you be? Well, we found out he just went with Patrick. Guess that would be his character. So we take a look at Ricky Stenhouse Jr., the Zest Ford Fusion. He gets set up for practice. We appreciate Chris Rice joining us today. That was a nice treat. Took a few minutes out of his day. He's got a lot going on. We know he's busy. Competition director at NTS. There's the Cheez-It, Greg Biffle car. And then Casey Mears has Squidward on his car this week in the Chevrolet. Normally the Geico Chevrolet. It's the Squidward Chevrolet this weekend as he talks with his crew chief. Last minute adjustments, and then first career start. Eric Jones, the Kyle Busch M&Ms. Normally the Kyle Busch M&Ms Toyota, but this week the Eric Jones M&Ms Toyota. Swing around that car. AJ Allmendinger climbing in. Just about 10 minutes until they get ready to go here for practice. So everybody getting their last minute adjustments. Then Kyle Larson next door in the 42. A lot of people talked about Kansas and Kyle Larson last year and said, this could be a track to watch out for. He could get his first career win at. So we'll be watching him Saturday night. As he walks into the garage to climb into his car. Right next door, the number 19, Carl Edwards. He's already in his number. 19 Stanley Toyota, talking with Clint Boyer. Kansas and Missouri natives there. Clint Boyer from Emporia, Edwards from Columbia. They talk it over before they head out to practice, and there's Clint Boyer's 5-hour energy Toyota. 10 minutes, I believe, left on GarageCam. And Danica Patrick. A lot of drivers out fairly early, but we got a motor through here as well. Spending a lot of time on the back end of the garage and as these drivers climb in. Number 31 of Ryan Newman, Quicken Loan Chevrolet. Trying to scan the chat for some requests. Let's see what we got left here. Joanne Addick says, please say hello to Dale Earnhardt Jr. Please, from Joanne. We're going to look for that 88 car, the Talladega winner. Brenda Worley, you wanted to talk to Carl Edwards? He was having a pretty big conversation with Clint Boyer there. We got to track the cameraman. He's sneaking through the back of the garage here. Let's swing around and see if we can. Got Kevin Harvick talking to Greg Zippadelli. A lot of media around. Your points leader. So we head into Kansas and defending champion. These drivers are eager to go. It's going to be I'd say a fairly green racetrack. The trucks practiced for 90 minutes last night. They finally got some practice in after it rained all day. Rained again last night after practice almost all night long here in Kansas. It's a cloudy day today. Should be maybe a stormy day, but we hope we should get everything in. I think it looks like a pretty good chance. Just going to be overcast today. Martin Truex Jr., if you notice, he's up second in the garage this week. He's moved all the way into second place in points this week, folks, after the great season he's had. Then Jimmy Johnson, the 48 Chevrolet, talking over with his crew. Last minute adjustments before they head out. They'll be rolling any minute now. Right next door, Kurt Busch. Haas Automation, 41 Chevrolet. We know he got his first win of the year a couple weeks ago. Then Joey Logano in the 22 AAA Insurance Ford. Matt Dillner in the chat. I believe it's Matt Dillner. He says Boyer took batting practice with the Royals this week. That he did. We caught that. We caught a Royals-Indians game there the other night. Actually, Matt, we showed Dale Jr. signing autographs. Talladega winner. He heads to his car. Get ready to climb in for practice. Getting the earbuds in. Miss Sprint Cup along the way, taking a picture. When you're the previous week's winner, you get a lot of media attention, but you're Dale Jr., you also get a lot of attention, obviously. He's got a lot of fans out here. About 5-6 minutes left in the show. We'll try to show as many other cars as possible. We got the 2-car, Brad Keselowski. Brad hangs out, getting ready to hop in. Then alongside him, the McDonald Chevrolet, Jamie McMurray. All these drivers strapped in, ready to go. Scott Nichols, you said, can I see the Jeff Gordon American Red Cross Chevrolet? We're going to try to make our way down to it here as he makes defending winner at Kansas, and there's engines fired up, it looks like. About 5 minutes till they're ready to roll. The 20 and Matt Kenseth. The 5 Great Club Chevrolet, Casey Kane. Denny Hamlin. FedEx Freight, Toyota Camry at Joe Gibbs Racing. Paul Menard, the 27 Menard Pittsburgh Paint Chevrolet. He eases out of the garage. '43 Eric Almirola. 24 Jeff Gordon, there he is. Defending winner here at Kansas Speedway, the 24. We got cars rolling. We'll follow the 24 out. Let's see if we can't catch all the cars rolling out. We hope you guys have enjoyed today's Garage Cam. Tune in Saturday night, SpongeBob SquarePants 400, 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. If you're out here in the Midwest, it's on Fox Sports 1 this week, a little different this week. Going away from the main network to Fox Sports 1. Looks like Brad Keselowski's just going to hang out a little bit in the garage and check out his fan vision and watch some guys make a few laps before he gets his practice started here. See if we can catch some more cars rolling out. The 48 and the 4, they're in there prepped, ready to go, just waiting for the signal. Yeah. Looks like Jimmy Johnson's moved to the top of his hauler with Chad Canals to watch the first few laps of practice. As Kevin Harvick's in, the window net's going up. Just a couple minutes left. We'll let you see as many cars as we can roll out. They'll wrap up the show. See if you can see Jimmy up there. On top of the haulers is, looks like he's going to take in the first few laps. Jimmy won the Atlanta and the Texas, the first 2 big mile and a half of the season. Of course, Harvick taking Vegas. Just about 2 minutes left on the Garage Cam before they fire him up. Let them go at 11 o'clock on Fox Sports 1. So, Fig, if you were a SpongeBob character, camera guy, which one would you want to be? Gary. That's about right. I think I would be looking like Sandy right now with all this stuff on my head and all this gear. You think I have enough going on? I got a radio. Who would you be, CJ?
Definitely Plankton.
Yeah.
I see Dillner.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely Dillner.
Dillner is definitely Patrick.
Yeah. Can you see him run? That's how he runs through the garage with that look
Oh,
on his
yeah.
face.
He never stops that big smile right there.
Nope. Perfect. And there goes Plankton. 33 car. Look at that. We'll walk out and see if we can catch a few more cars rolling by, but we're going to wrap it up for you here on Garage Cam. Remember, this is also the driver's last chance to make the All-Star race. You win this one, get the race on Saturday, May 16th for the $1 million at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Hear a few more whistles, a few more cars rolling by. Most of the cars have went out to the grid to set up. We want to thank you guys for watching NASCAR.com GarageCam.